on the passage that talks about the payroll cycle in a company, we obtain many weaknesses related to the payroll system in the company. First, the employees of the company recorded their hours worked on timesheets manually. This will lead to the effect, for example, the employees can falsify the data of their timesheets by asking their close colleagues or friends to fill in the timesheets on their behalf if they arrive late to work. So, our suggestion on how to improve this weakness is the department should implement and start to apply a fingerprint or face recognition time attendance system rather than the employees record their attendance to work or hours worked on timesheets manually.
The next weakness is the individual employee wage rates are pulled from the personnel file manually based on the employee identification number. The effect is anyone can simply access and obtain the data from the personnel file and alter the records of another employee to betray them. To improve this matter, the company should control and restrict access to documents. As unauthorized disclosure is not available, the company can look at the staff records and payroll records for all times. The company can use password protection whenever these documents are stored online. This security is not only recommended to protect someone from accessing any other employee's records, but also to prevent unwanted record changes such as pay rate.
Next, the third weaknesses is the payroll clerk prepares checks manually for each employee's approved timesheet. After that, the payroll clerk updates the payroll register and sends a copy of the payroll register to the account payable clerk. This shows the overlap duties done by the clerk because the clerk needs to do two different jobs in a time. The effect is this will lead to the error happen during handling the management and eventually lead to an increasing number of fraud. The improvement that can take by the company is create a segregation of tasks to each employee. The segregation should be like having one individual to prepare the payroll, then the other one should approve the payroll, and another individual generates the payment. This minimizes the likelihood of fraud if each of the individuals do their tasks differently. For the companies with a small number of employees, divide roles suitably with their ability respectively, and need someone trustworthy and honest who reviews the payroll and authorizes employees before the payment are sent.
The fourth weakness is the cash disbursement clerk signed the paycheck and forwarded them to the supervisor of the respective department. It will affect the cash disbursement clerk will manipulate the data by changing or altering the pay rate. So, the improvement is recommend the paycheck having not just one confirmation signature for the paycheck of an employee, but take multiple signature from the manager and higher authorities. This will help to minimize the occurrence of bribery as pay rates are changing.
And the last weakness of the payroll system in the company is the account payable clerk uses the verified list to update the account payable ledger, while the general ledger clerk uses the list to reconcile against the summary report and post to general ledger. This action will give an adverse effect. For example, the account payable clerk and general ledger clerk might not release information and modify the ledger's transparency. This will cause miscarriage of justice. So that improvement that we can suggest here, the organization should have an auditor, whether internal or external, that performing a routine audit of the payroll system to ensure that payroll transactions are calculated accurately and make sure that the employees is still serving in the company and the time data are correctly recorded.
There are several benefits for cloud-based payroll. The first one is cloud-based payroll is updated automatically and no backup needed. Apart from an on-site system that is usually updated manually by the IT department, a cloud-based payroll platform automatically updates for any device. For each of the sector in which the company operates, the required software may also update the new regulations automatically. This ensures that payroll procedures are kept up to date from time to time and the process will be more detailed. An existing manual system must also be backed up critically. It is a dynamic process and information can be lost or destroyed all too easily.
Next, cloud-based payroll shows an easier in reporting information. Cloud platform applied to the cloud-based payroll system of the company allows them to analyze and scrutinize real-time database on any region in the system and get important input. That means there is no interruption in the provision of information. The data is transmitted to wherever it is required throughout the network as soon as it is obtained. Real-time data provides the flexibility to create the reports that are required to produce by regulation and is ensure the information is updated recently and reliable. This also aims to guide the business plans much more pertinently.
The third benefit is cloud-based payroll provide employee with access to information. In actual, without the need for segregate enterprise resource planning and numerous separated data warehouse, cloud payroll software offer data insight and consolidate payroll metrics. The information is accessible with a single click from a view of combined payroll cost to total tax liabilities. The employee will be able to access the database from any platform at any time through the Cloud Payroll program, the employee and organizational self-service. And this procedure just requires the employee to access by using wide coverage of internet.
The fourth benefit is cloud-based payroll improve the transparency of the stored information. A cloud-based payroll only allows all certified employees to enter their payroll data with a click. Without requiring any data from HR, system is capable to provide the manager with information about their employees, which include the leaves request and training schedule. This description allows you to accept or deny leave requests quickly, making it easier to plan for something better. This also provides access to the management business process status through smartphone.
The fifth benefit is cloud-based payroll make it an easy integration with other systems. The company could attach the cloud-based payroll system to other multiple software systems that they have been using. They can also integrate the cloud-based payroll system with their ERP program. Simply means that the data has two-way automatically application, which helps in saving time and avoid data redundancy.
There are some possible risks that associated with non-cloud-based payroll system transaction. Firstly is key personnel risk. Practically, many companies leave payroll under the scope of a few individuals within one department of an organization, and this gives disadvantages and harm toward the company. In case those people who involved in the managing the payroll activities does not serving the company anymore. The company need to create another plan to keep the payroll function in play. This will make the situation more difficult because the company needs to find a new trustworthy employee to hand over the information, and it also passes the payroll activities.
Another possible risk that associated with non-cloud-based payroll system transaction is data loss. If any harm happens toward the server or hard drive where all the payroll information was stored, the company will suffer from defenseless and will face the difficulty of finding and collecting all the data stored before. This will affect the company hardly because they need to come up with a backup plan to find back the main data storage option that was annihilated.